never switch off when I do an event. Like this past event that I did in Sofitel Sydney, the Glam Nepal Season 2, it took me 3 months to execute everything. And in those 3 months, I barely probably have taken a 6-hour sleep because, and I'm still healthy and I'm still good because my brain is allowing me to wake up early and process things quicker. And my brain is allowing me to be till 10, 11, 12 in the midnight. Because it's saying, okay, this is important for you, that you love what you're doing, and the hormones and everything are released from the brain, happy hormones, you're feeling it. Yes, there are stress. There is sometimes, you go through things that are unplanned and they come to you, but your brain actually allows you to problem solve. Like, it really gives you that edge. And after the event, my brain switches off and I see, okay, what's going on? Why am I sleeping till 8? Why am I not waking up 6:30? And then my brain says, oh, it's my vacation time now.
That's good. That's good that you can program yourself for that.
It happens itself. I do not even have to tell myself. It just happens itself because I think somewhere in your part of the brain, the passion lives there. And when the passion is actually in action, what happens is your brain is happy.
Yeah.
Your brain is happy to take a bit of an overload. Your brain is happy to do a bit of an extra overtime. And that's what I noticed, mate. Look, you have your job. I love my job. I serve people with finance and whatnot. I love that. Absolutely. It gives me the means of life. It gives me the money to feed my family. It gives me the money to drive me around. What's my purpose? What do I really want to do in life? What do I want to do? I want to create something unique. I want to be in the service industry. Like, for example, Uber. Uber came out of nowhere, because someone in New York could not get a taxi in time, and they were frustrated how the taxi were taking like a monopoly in the transport. They kind of came with an idea that anyone can actually bring a car to you and then you can take that car and pay for the service. That's how Uber came. What I feel about the same with the fashion industry is a lot of fashion week happening in Sydney, in Australia, but is every designer getting a fair go? Is every designer getting a chance? Is every model getting a fair go on that? I doubt it. So that's where I thought, okay, maybe I can create something here which will serve the designers, which will help the models to really build a career on this sort of platform and provide that opportunity for models, designers, photographers, videographers, content creators, and everyone in a way that they can enjoy it. And that's why I do events like I do, because the last one I did was Underwater Fashion Show. That was the first underwater fashion show in Australia.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so no one actually would imagine going inside an aquarium and doing a fashion show. And I actually did that because I wanted to do something different. And different is always interesting. A lot of people came out. A lot of people couldn't actually buy tickets because it was sold out in 1 week. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was look,
intense.
a project like that just keep me alive, mate. It just gives me, people play like Ronaldo, Messi, they play football. They love football. They have a family life. They have their own other business as well, but they love football, right? Because that's sports for them. And for me, it's the same way. Event is my sports. I play with passion. I love with dedication. And I just want to do genuinely good stuff for people. Will I be able to satisfy everyone? No. Look, I have learned that you won't be able to make everyone happy. Yeah? But you can try for that 95%, do something good for them. Like for my designers, like for my models, of content creators. Look, every designer's not going to be happy with you. Every model's not going to be happy with you because they have their own expectations. And maybe I won't be able to meet that expectation in the meantime, but maybe over the years of working and perfecting myself, I will be able to do so. So that's why I'm in this industry, to serve the people of fashion.
So, and then that's what Australia's Next Top Designer is about.
Absolutely.
So you're bringing these people together.
Yes.
You're giving them a platform, but you're actually making this happen. Because a designer, for example, and this is something that people don't realize as well. I think everyone has got their role in society.
Absolutely.
Right? And you cannot try, like you can try, but you cannot do everything.
No.
You need other people that are better qualified to do certain things.
Yes.
And I feel like most of the designers, they are not going to have the skills to put such a big event like the one that you did.
Yeah.
I was right there and it was amazing. Like for me, like seeing all that work, like I could see every time, every part of the event, I was just thinking like Deepak and everyone else involved, right? But especially Deepak because he's the head of the event, right? So he put so much work
Thank
here.
you. Thank you.
Like so much work
Yes.
for that very short
Yes.
time span. Like,
You know, I feel guilty about something that I do not get to celebrate moments like that much because I'm always involved in making stuff happen.
yeah.
So I haven't even got a proper photo with you or any other friends that I've invited because I could not get that 30 seconds to take a photo because
Yeah.
you know what? For me, it was all about crafting that show in such a way. I did not want any pause anywhere. I just want everything to go smooth. So I was running to the MC, I was running to the DJ, I was running to the production guy. Maybe that's something that I have to work and find someone that can help me that with so I can enjoy and celebrate some time with my guests. So I
Yeah.
feel guilty about that. I definitely do. That's something that I'm working on myself because what I do is, mate, after I do an event, I take a day or two to myself and just go away and then think what I did and think what I could do better. What I could do better with me is maybe next time when I do a show, I could be more involved with my guest because they came for me, right? And have someone assist me to look after the DJ, look after the production, look after the MC, and be a bit of a 2IC for me.
Yeah.
Second in charge, because I think at this point in time, I'm taking this thing as a one-man army. Look, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of people helping me, but again, when execution part, it looks like a one-man army. I do lack a team at the moment. I'm actually encouraging people through your podcast. If you have the same passion, please come and work with us. Help me to do better in life, to do better with the events. I really want to form a team.
The team is important, right? Because a one-man thing can go faster. A one-man with a qualified team can go further.
Absolutely.
you know?
Synergy. 2 + 2 = 5. So at the
Exactly.
moment, what I'm trying to do is 2 + 1 = 3. But I want to get the team that does 2 + 2 = 5, which creates an amazing experience for everyone. No one's disappointed. Everyone's happy.
Exactly, and then for that, you need people with the similar aspirations with you, as you, and not only that, like with building a team. Because I work with a team as
Yes.
well. I feel like the most important thing is the consistency as well, because each event will be bigger than the other one. Like now, for example, you're talking like you want to be spending more time with your guests, because I was there and there was a ton of very important people at the event.
Yes.
And you want to be,
Yes.
welcoming those people as well, because they're
Absolutely.
important for you, and
Absolutely.
the next step, like your event, I'm gonna tell you, like for me, it looks amazing. I'm not a person that understand deeply about fashion events, but for me, that event was perfect.
Thank you.
I'm sure you're gonna say it wasn't perfect because it's your event, you're a perfectionist,
Yes,
and
yes.
you
I'm
you
guilty.
run it,
I'm guilty of being perfectionist. And I just wish I was not a perfectionist. But if I wasn't a perfectionist, I would not be in this industry.
Exactly. Yeah, I get it. And that's why I'm warning you. I know you're not going to
Yeah,
agree with me. For
yeah.
me, it was perfect, guys. Especially the Brazilian dance part. I think that was a
that
touch.
was especially for you, Akila.
That was beautiful. My partner loved it because she loves Brazilian culture and she
Yes.
got so excited. But not only about that, like the whole event.
The designers
went
were very different.
The designers, I loved the fact
The
that they got the time to go and be, people, clap their hands for the designers as well. Then around that work,
Yes.
it's such a magical moment of the fashion event. I think the presenter as well, she was a great presenter, like the commenter, I just feel like everything, like the construction, the before the event was really good. It's a very nice space,
Yes.
very high
It was
class,
very good, Sofitel.
very like glamour,
Yeah.
very glam.
Absolutely. Glam Nepal season 1 also did happen at Sofitel.
Oh, really?
So in 2019 was my first fashion event. So
Right.
before 2019, I did club events, I did corporate events and whatnot. But 2019 was actually the first fashion event where I flew to Nepal and I selected 5 designers, like celebrity designers and all the celebrity showstoppers and the models.
Yeah.
And then I got them to Australia. So there are 10 people from overseas with 2 or 3 tons of clothes. And that was my first fashion event.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
and I picked
impressive.
Sofitel because I love class. Class is what fashion is all about. Look, it doesn't have to be expensive, but you have to be a class.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I did my first show at, you can go and check it on YouTube as well. If you go Glam Nepal International Season 1,
Okay.
you can actually find it on YouTube too. So it was a great event. Everyone said, look, it was such an amazing event. Didn't look like your first fashion show. And that actually motivated me to do a little bit more. But then again, when we planned Season 2, the COVID kicked in and we could not do anything in 2020. And then I had to wait till 2021 and 2022. Actually, 2022 was a blessing because I got all my 2 Australia's Next Top Designer and also the Glam Nepal Internationals both happened in 2022, which I'm really happy about.
Wow.
I'm happy that we are in a normal situation now.
Yeah.
Normal life.
Yeah. I agree. It's been a time that, like we were all locked up and like we couldn't do much, especially after this season. And I feel like you coming out with this event now, so many events coming out now, and definitely your event stands out as well.
Thank you.
I went to the event like thinking, because it's called Glam Nepal International. That's actually something that I wanted to tell you. And I got to the event. It's actually mixed.
Yes.
It's multicultural event.
Absolutely.
And I definitely understand more about the message that you want to pass as well, because it's also your country,
Yes.
and you want to promote your culture,
Absolutely.
because your culture is what made you. It's part of what made
Yes,
you.
it
Obviously,
is, it is.
as you spoke about your mother,
Yes.
that is very important as well, because
Yes.
I have a father. I actually have a father. I said that on Bob's episode, and I'm gonna say it again. I have a father. He's very passionate about fashion as well.
Yes.
He's
Oh,
actually
nice.
yeah.
Next time you got to bring him to our show.
I'll have to. I'll have to. He's supposed to come to Australia, visit me very soon.
What's his name?
Antonio.
Antonio, next time, if you're watching this, next show, you are my VIP. Okay?
Awesome.
You got to come and watch a show and be with me.
Awesome.